Hello everyone, my name is Khatana and I'm a practicing High Court lawyer. In today's vlog, we are going to discuss that how can you start your legal career as a litigator. But before I do that, you know that you have to like my video, you have to subscribe this channel and you have to press the bell icon. If you have finished your law degree and now you are thinking to become a litigator and you would like to do a lot of litigation, you would like to stand in front of the judge and you would like to argue, then the best advice that I can give you is that you should start working with a government lawyer. Because most of the cases in Pakistan or maybe around the globe, they are being filed by the government. So most of the litigation that is being happening in Pakistan right now is filed by the government departments. And the government departments are being represented by the government lawyers. So if you would like to know that how you can start with the litigation and how it works, then I suggest that you should start working with a government lawyer. Or maybe you can also go to Advocate General Office, Attorney General Office, and you can request them for an internship or maybe for a small job. Because most of the time they have a lot of cases and they cannot appear for all the cases and they cannot draft or maybe research on every cases. So which is why they give their work to juniors or other junior lawyers so they can assist them. This is one of the best idea that you can apply and you can be successful litigator in the future. Because if you would like to become a litigator, the best thing is that you have to sit in the court. You have to look at the judge. You have to see how the lawyers are arguing. Because once you start appearing in the court, maybe even for getting adjournment for your senior, but this is how you are going to train yourself. This is how you are going to understand that how do you have to speak to the judge. How do you have to understand the mood of the judge? What do you have to speak and what you do not have to speak? Because this is the most important element in advocacy, that what you do not have to speak. Because being an active litigator, I have seen in the court that the most important part of the litigation is that what you do not have to speak. Because most of the time you will see when you are pleading a case against the government, you will see that the government lawyers are going to come, or maybe because of the policy reason, or they would not want to do what your petition wants. But you need to be very humble, because most of the time you will see that if your case has more strength and less weaknesses, then judge is going to be on your side and you will see that he's going to be fighting your case. If you are a junior and you think that you have been going to the court and you are only seeking adjournment, but you are not getting a chance to argue the case, I think you should not get frustrated, because I have seen this in the court. Recently, I also saw that in Justice Jawad Hassan's court in Rawalpindi bench, that one of the junior was arguing. And while he could not argue well, so senior stood up and he was like, he's my junior and I have allowed him to argue. So the honorable judge said, please sit down, let him argue, and we are going to motivate him. So that's why I'm saying that if you go to the court, so now the time have changed. Most of the judges you are going to experience, they are going to give chance to young lawyers to argue their cases. But for that, you need to understand, I always say this to my junior, that whenever you go to the court, you should have your brief with you. You should have read that brief. Because if judge asks you any question and you cannot answer that, that is embarrassing for you, for your senior, and for the law firm. So whenever you go to the court, you should understand that what your brief is. Because one rule that is applied to all of my junior and all the viewers that who are watching me right now, I always tell them that there is one rule that you need to follow. That you should not make fun of yourself in the court, because if you do not have the file, if you have no idea about the brief, and if you are only going to the court to seek an adjournment, trust me, people sitting in the court, your colleagues, lawyer, staff of the court, usher, judge, everyone is going to make fun of you. But you can only save yourself if you know the proposition. So if you would like to start litigation, the first rule is that you should join a government office, you should join a government lawyer, because you are going to learn a lot in such a short period of time that you will have to learn maybe in next 5 years. And secondly, start going to the courts. Maybe if you have a small brief, or maybe if you only have to go there to seek an adjournment, The only way to learn the litigation is to perform it practically, to handle the pressure, to know how to argue the case, how to defend your client, how to give rebuttal to the opponent. So start going to the court and also try to join the government lawyer. But if you cannot find any, then go to a law firm which has a lot of litigation of civil or maybe criminal nature or maybe constitutional nature. But you will only learn this art of advocacy once you start performing it practically. I hope you like this vlog. If you like it, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. And I'll see you another vlog. Take care. Bye bye.